Over the years, religion has always been such an important aspect in a young person's life growing up here in America. However, in most recent years, there's been much controversy on whether or not God belongs in a classroom or if a private school provides better education than public school. Is there really any difference? Does learning about God or other religious figures really mold you into a better student? Does going to public school automatically make you a rebel child? It's up to you to decide your opinion, but in my eyes, and on most research, the education is no different.
Over the years, Congress has said that church and state are separate, but as we all know, church and state are not separate because on the dollar bill it says, "In God we trust," and in the Pledge of Allegiance we say, "One nation under God." If they wanted state and church to be separate, then they shouldn't put God's name or anything to do with God in the Pledge of Allegiance or on the dollar bill.
大多数中国人认为基督教可以填充道教和佛教不能填充的空隙。基督教认为事情都会有好转，没有什么不可战胜，而传统的宗教则导致人们必须接受，即使那是苦难。
My topic is about how African Methodist Episcopal Church and how it affected the blacks' education. African Methodist Episcopal Church can also be seen as AME. My research discusses how blacks went about receiving their education in Sunday school at church, and how the first HBCU was started, and how the blacks struggled to integrate schools.
A major problem that many Christians face with today is why is there suffering if there's a loving God? Now, there's many examples and many reasons to prove it, but the biggest one is there's suffering only because there is a loving God, and let me explain that to you. Suffering, it brings us to a place where we're down and there's no hope, but God puts that hope in us, and He uses people and friends and family to come to us, and He shows His glory through them. Also, He uses when we're prideful, and He keeps us humble, so that we come to Him only for His help, because He's the only one who can really help us.
Growing up in a Christian family can be intimidating sometimes because you learn about the sin of the world, what stuff, things, what to do, not to do. And later in life, start to kind of stray away from the stuff that you learned about, and it's kind of hard.